My thing on them kicking us, John, is that they didn't do it in the 4-1. And it's broadly the same group of players, and that was a Goodison. So I would have thought if you're going to get that sort of thing anyway, you'll get it in the 4-1. You didn't get it in the 4-1. And I think that there's something else here as well, which is where the Lampard's talking about maybe we've got to pick Yerry Mina's games is dead interesting. Is I think if you are Lampard, one of the things you're saying is, listen, none of yous get sent off. We've got to run a games going where we need to get something
really good
coming out of this. You know, no one does anything daft today, if you don't mind, lads, because, you know, the squad's funny anyway. They're going to have to, they've just had a midweek game. They're not used to playing midweek games. They're going to because the game's in hand. And there's wear and tear. They all get injured. One of the maddest things, they all 8 of the 5 subs thing, they get injured all the time. Their injury record's unreal. All of them get injured. So we'll need all of his players. I don't think they can afford suspensions. That's my thing.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. And they went on a bit of a run earlier in the season, didn't they, where they seemed to get a red card every week. Am I right in saying that? Three on the bounce. So I think they know how much that hurts their squad. And you're right, they're right in the shit now. The last thing they need is to lose a Richarlison or to lose one of their midfield players for a period of time. It's really hard to see or visualise in my mind what the shape of this game looks like in any way where they are.
I'm shitting myself now.
In the ascendancy.
I know, yeah, but so he's right. You've got it right. United is shit, but Everton beat them 1-0. City, they should have drew against City. They were robbed, effectively, weren't they? They were robbed by a penalty that should have been there. So maybe they have got something about them that can get them into it, but I think we're better than City. And so City beat them.
I think we're better at this than City.
I think we're better at most things than City, to be totally honest with you. It'll show maybe in a final in Paris, but in a one-off game. But I think we've got more strings to our bow when it comes to the attacking side of it, and we're solid enough at the back.
So that's why I ultimately flip around from going, well, they could do this, they could do that, they could do the other. One of the key things is, I just think that if you imagine whatever their back four is, or even if he goes back 5, facing up against R3, I just don't see how they can live with them. I genuinely do really want him to pick, and I've always said all the way through this season, I've been saying he's going to do a mad team for the derby, he's going to do a mad team for the derby. I'd be delighted if he went up unchanged from United at this point, because I think Diaz absolutely kills whoever plays right back for them. Mikalenko's literally never faced a footballer like Mo Salah in his life. So he's going to be going, how do I deal with this? And then if he doesn't pick Mina, he's picking presumably Godfrey and either Holgate or Keane, or both of them if he goes to him. And by all means, I loved it when United played 5 defenders, by the way, because it was 5 lads who couldn't organise themselves, not 4. So it created more chaos. And so if he goes 5, I'll be like, and certainly if he doesn't pick Mina, but he picks all the others, I'll be like, so you've got 3 bad centre-halves rather than 2 bad centre-halves. That's good news for us. That's what I think. They just can't live with that, I think.
Keane's slower than me. Turn's slower than me.
Yeah.
I think I know you said the 3 there. I'm not sure he does play Diaz. I'd love him to play Diaz. I'd love him to see Diaz against Seamus Coleman. I think he might go Jota, just because Jota's not played a lot recently, really, has he? And he's a needly wee bastard, Jota, as well.
I think he might go Jota versus Villarreal, you say.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think he might too.
He hinted strongly in the week that he was going to go with Firmino, I thought, through the middle. So I think Firmino's still a out, isn't he?
Injury as well.
Yeah, he wasn't on the bench against United even. Firmino had a foot injury.
No, so I mean, any 3 of them, we back them. But I'd love to see Diaz against them. I think I don't see a world in which he doesn't play Mane either, because Mane's he's 18, 19, 20. Sadio Mane, he's just gone up a level. I love him up top in that number 9 as well. He's incredible because he's brilliant in the air. He's brilliant dropping off and doing the little Firmino bits and hurrying them and just being a pain in the arse. Is what I can see him doing. But he's putting it in the back of the net as well at the moment. He's been incredible. And Mo Salah, Mo Salah just plays now. Still think he goes Jota though. Just still think he goes Jota.
Do you think there's anything mad? Because he's loved a mad team in the derby, the Anfield derby before. I just sort of think now, maybe not. I could be wrong.
Sometimes in the past I've lost my head, haven't I, over it? But
then he scored 5.
Yeah, we won 5-2. But as you say, there's doing it in December, which I think that one was for the freshest of legs that's coming through December and January. And there's now, when there's a maximum of 10 games to go for the rest of the season. You mentioned that I think it was on the review the other day, the subs made against United. It wasn't Divock coming on, it wasn't Curtis Jones coming on, do you know what I mean? We were bringing on players who you'd think could have conceivably started the game and no one would have had any problems with that. So that says to me that he doesn't see the rest of this season as some big long stint. It's just like we play every 3 days and I've got 15, 16, maybe 17 players and they're the ones who want out on the pitch at all times.
Alright the Reds, thanks for watching a little bit of a premium Anfield Wrap video there. If you want to watch the rest of that show and get access to much more, click join below. That activates our YouTube membership. It means you get a premium video every day of the week. You get our post-match content, you get reviews, previews and exclusive interviews all here from the heart of Liverpool. Follow us, follow them. Up the Reds.